so off I'd go, and our pattern would run again.
Good morning. It's Friday. I've just pulled up at work, and today is going to be slightly different because we're going to talk about books, but I've already done it. We did it last night. We had quite a few requests to do something we've done before, which was sit down and talk about some books. So last night I got everyone to sit down and just share a few of their current favourites. And that's what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to be at work all day and it is hard to film anything at all interesting. So I'm going to insert that and then I'll come back when I'm at home later. I will say that, so Phoebe shared some of her books. She's 11. I shared just some that you may recognise. So some are repeats, but hopefully you will enjoy seeing those. Dan shared a series of books that he's enjoying, and Lillia, who is 16, shared some of the books she's reading. So obviously it goes without saying that some of the subject matters are a little older. So if you are watching with children, I'm going to put some chapters in the description box so you can jump to each bit if you want to. Nothing terrible, no swearing or anything like that, but some of the subject matters of Lillia's books are a bit more grown up. So just to warn you. Yeah, so I'm going to hand over to me yesterday and everybody in the family talking about some books, and I'll see you later.
You have, oh, you chose 3, did you? You limited yourself.
Yeah, well, you told me 3.
Okay.
You want me to go get more? I can go get more.
No, 3 is good.
Look at the books I have.
Work.
Oh, there's a new copy of this, and it has the script from the TV show, and instead of this, it has Joe Locke and Kit Connor on the front, who played Nick and Charlie.
We're going to talk, because we had quite a few requests after last time, to talk about books again, because I think quite a few people, particularly your age, Lillia, got some really good ideas.
Such a weird.
For, well, no, not that they're watching, because well, yeah, but more like parents and grandparents got some good ideas. And stuff.
Hello, parents and grandparents.
Or people your age.
So I just asked the girls to go and grab a few books to talk about, and I'm going to talk about some as well. Yeah, that's it. Do you want to take it in turns?
Okay.
Why don't you start then?
I'll start.
Okay.
I've got more.
So I read this book every night and every morning, and it's
I'll do the holding up, shall I?
It's called Good Morning and Good Night by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote Hamilton, and he also wrote some of the songs for Moana and Encanto, and he's really cool in the musical business. And it has illustrations, and it's just a book of all of his tweets, because he used to make good morning and good night tweets to people who followed him, and it's just a collection of those.
So he used to tweet a good morning
and good night message to his fans every single day.
And this is a collection of that. And are they sort of inspirational, funny, motivating?
Funny, inspirational. I'll read you one. Good morning. Check your pockets. Got your keys? Wait. Okay, let's go. And then, good night. Check your brain. Got your dreams ready? Wait. Okay, let's go.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Do you want to go? Can we hold those so you don't drop them?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Well, should we say what it is?
The Great Choco Plot by Chris Gallahan.
Is that in focus?
No.
Cover your face, Phoebe. There we go. So it's The Great Choco Plot by
Chris Gallahan.
Okay, and what's the story and why do you like it?
It's basically where all the chocolate runs out and they have to figure out why.
Oh
So there's all the chocolate in the world runs out.
Yeah.
And they have to figure out why. And why do you like it so much? What made you enjoy it so much?
It's really funny and it's quite descriptive, and I feel like it's easy to understand, but in a way that it has quite up-leveled vocabulary.
So it's quite funny, but you like the fact that it's not too simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And would you recommend it for your age?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, I want to read page 78.
Why does it say read page 78?
It's the best page. I'll do another one while we wait. I'll do the one that I read in like 2 days. This one, Thing by David Williams. Also, if you take the dust cover off of it, it's a custard cream.
So we hold it up to show them. So it's Thing. Ooh, cover your face. It's Thing by David Williams. David Williams is a firm favourite in a lot of households.
I love David Williams.
Everybody loves David Williams. And the book is a custard cream under the dust cover.
And it's really funny. It's about this girl who she's really like mean and bossy, but she has 2 like librarian parents who just get her whatever she wants because they're so nice. And one day she's run out of things that she wants, so she says a thing. And so they go to the library, the deep dark bit of the library, and they look up in the monster dictionary a thing, and then the dad goes and gets a thing, and then it's funny what the thing does.
Is it mischievous? Does
Yeah.
it cause havoc?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like me.
So, but you read that really quickly, that one.
Look, 3 custard cream inside, half eaten, so, and then you take this cover off.
Ah.
And
Eaten.
Is that because of the
Thing.
character that always appears, Raj? He's always doing offers.
Or
of,
would it be Thing? Does
offers
Thing like
on-
custard
It
cream?
was always offers on
Yeah.
things, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, Raj.
Like out of date chocolate and
wait,
stuff.
where is Raj?
He was like one of my first ever
Where's
comfort characters.
Yeah.
Every book that I read of David Williams, I was like, is Raj in it? And I read one, and he wasn't in it. And I was so depressed. But then there was like a little apology notice from him, and I was like, Raj!
Where is Raj?
Lillia, do you want to explain what a comfort character is to you?
How
I've only ever heard you use that term.
Well, other people use it as well. A comfort character is a character that you relate to or that you really, really like a lot.
Makes you feel good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes you feel happy.
Right, do you want to do your next one?
I do. Oh, I don't know which one. I'm going to save the best till last. Okay. So, this one I've just finished. And it was so good.
I was there when she finished it.
Oh,
She
it's
almost
cool.
cried.
I did. It's called Shatter Me.
And it's by...
It's by
Oh,
Tahira Muffy.
and it's...
She's such a good writer. It's so good. It's so good. It's about this girl called Juliet who's 17, and if she touches anyone, they die. Like she has some kind of disease, and then it's all about how the world is ending because of all the pollution and things. So this big re-establishment has come out and taken all of the ill and elderly away and done nasty things to them. But then there's a rebellion, and Juliet and Adam make it to this rebellion, and it's so really cool.
And tell me, is it the first in a series?
Yes, first in a very, 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 very long series.
How many books?
Oh, let me count. Hold on. 9.
First in a series of 9. So
Yes.
that's
Well,
going to keep you going for a while.
But first in a series of 8, and then there are 2 little novellas from one character's point of view.
Okay.
So it's this, and then there's a tiny little book called Destroy Me, which is from Warner's point of view. But I refuse to read that because I hate Warner.
You feel passionately about that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
We've heard a lot
Hate him.
about her hatred of that character.
Hate him.
Well, that's good because that's going to keep you going for a while, that series. And is it aimed at your age group? Is
Yes.
it young adult?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's young adult. Oh, it's so good. So good.
So Phoebe, do you want to do your next one?
Yes.
I think
The one
I
with
think you
his-
should do that one because that's my favourite one.
That's the one, you're reading both of these at the
I
moment,
love this
aren't you?
guy.
The Wizard in My Shed by Simon Farnaby. And many of you might actually know who Simon Farnaby is without actually knowing who he is.
Who is he?
He was on Horrible Histories and he plays Stupid Deaths.
He plays a lot of characters. He's one of the writers and performers of Horrible Histories.
Grew up with him. He was amazing.
He's amazing. And he's also, a lot of you will know him from Ghosts. He plays the politician.
He plays Julian,
Julian
With
the
no
politician.
pants.
politician.
But he's written a children's book. I don't know if he's written other children's books. Do you know?
No.
And it's called The Wizard in My Shed. And why do you like it?
I like it because her pet guinea pig talks.
Do you want a pet guinea pig that talks?
No, he's very annoying, Bubbles.
Annoying pet
And
guinea
here is
pig.
one of his quotes on the back.
There he is.
It says, I can't remember what that says. It says, "Oh, it's poo time. Yeah, here it comes. Oh, hang on, not a poo, a wee, false alarm."
Is that one of the guinea pigs quotes?
Yes.
Oh, that's
And
He poos a lot.
Phoebe, what's the story?
Basically, this wizard, well, warlock called Murdin, comes from the Dark Ages, and Rose takes care of him, and he lives in her shed.
But does he have to help? Does she
Yeah,
have
Rose
to help
has
him
to
go
help
home?
him get back.
Okay.
So he can deceive Jeremiah Jeroboam, who sent him to the rivers of time.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Is it me now?
Yes. Okay. So brace yourself. I've just got to stop and restart the camera so it doesn't get upset.
I'm so excited about this one.
You love these books. don't you?
I only have the first two, and I think there's 6.
Okay.
But it's called Heartstopper.
Heartstopper by.
Alice Oseman. She's brilliant.
Shall I just open a random page?
Yeah. Oh, this is a good page. It has Nelly on it. Everyone will love Nelly.
It's a dog, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Right. Explain.
Heartstopper is about 2 teenage boys, Charlie, who's in year 10, and Nick, who is in year 11. And
So exactly your age.
yes, exactly my age. Charlie is openly gay, and he meets Nick, and then Nick goes through this whole sexuality crisis and realises that he's bi, and it's all about, discovering who you are. It was actually originally an online comic, and then the publishers found it, and it was published, and now it's a comic, and now it's a Netflix series.
And what is it that's really, because you really love these books, so what is it that's really grabbed you about it? Is it?
It's so heartwarming.
It is a really positive
so sweet
story.
Well,
yeah.
well. Both the characters go through a lot. I guess it's a bit like Jane Eyre, because things, like at points you think things are just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse, but then they just end up together and then it gets better. And then there's also side stories. There's Tara and Darcy, and then there's Teo, who's the token straight friend, and I love him very much. Although the way they styled his hair in the Netflix series, I did not agree with that, because he looked a bit like Willy Wonka.
He did actually.
A Willy Wonka.
I liked Teo though. Yeah, so it's a really heartwarming love story basically, and it explores all different types of relationships.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Phoebe, do you want to do your last book? This is the one you're reading at school, isn't it? Do you want to go? Because you've done yours, or do you want to stay?
Bye bye.
You can stay.
Oh, okay.
Go.
Okay.
Stay. Go. Stay. Right, come on. What's your last book that you're reading at school? Because you're enjoying this.
The Illustrated Mum by Jacqueline Wilson, and it's about a dolphin and her big sister Star and their mum Marigold. And Marigold has lots of tattoos, and Star has a dad called Mickey, and Marigold manages to find him again. And then Star decides that she wants to live with Mickey and not Marigold, but Dolphin still wants to live with Marigold because everyone thinks Marigold's a bit insane.
So it's a story about a family sort of finding their way, perhaps a little bit of a dysfunctional family, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that what would you say?
Yes.
And would you recommend it?
Yeah, I'd say for like 11 to 14.
Is it a bit older?
Yeah, it said a swear word.
Was there a swear word in it? Okay.
B-word.
Yeah, Jacqueline Wilson doesn't. No, and David Williams don't mince about, do they?
No, female.
Heartstopper is definitely for teenagers and young adults.
Yeah, it goes without saying. I'll do a little thing before I post this as well, just to say that the books Lillia talks about are, of course, she's 16, so yeah.
I did a painting of Heartstopper.
You did.
Can I show it?
You can go and show it. And then, Dan, do you want to talk about your book series you wanted to mention? Yes. I hope this is interesting to everyone. Last time we did it, people really enjoyed it, and we've had a few requests to do it again. So Wendy really wanted us to do it again.
Wendy.
Say hello, Wendy.
Hello, Wendy.
Hello, Wendy.
Oh, that's just going to scare people.
Look,
Wendy.
this was inspired by Heartstopper.
Hello, Wendy.
It's high because those are the first lines of dialogue that Charlie and Nick ever share together, and then throughout the comic book there are these leaves, and it was
Yeah,
it was
in the
it
series.
was on the series as well. They had these little animation. It was so cute.
They did. I have to say, they did. Phoebes, darling.
I'm sorry.
They did the series incredibly well.
It was so perfectly casted.
Well, that's going to take some editing. So when I said to everyone, can you think of a book you'd want to share, Dan knew immediately. Did you talk about these last time, or is this a new thing?
No, these are new since the last time we mentioned books.
Okay, and is it because someone recommended them to you?
Yeah, a long time ago, in a previous job, one of my team recommended these books, because I like Stephen King books anyway. Although apart from Misery, it's one of those books you put in the freezer and leave it there and never come back to it. I've tried to read it 3 times and got to the same point and just left it. I just can't read that book. But one of my team at work recommended this book, and it took me ages and ages and ages to get round to remembering it to do it. So it's Stephen King's The Dark Tower series.
Hang on, let me... Okay.
And it's about... it's kind of hard to describe. It's about a dystopian parallel world where the good guy is chasing down the bad guy, and they're trying to get to this mysterious dark tower in the centre of their world.
Okay.
But this mysterious boy has turned up from our version of the world.
Okay.
And they have... there's a slightly sort of magical element to it.
It's like a bit... Is it a bit Dark Materials-ish?
Yeah, I suppose a bit Dark Materials meets Harry Potter meets the Wild West, which is a really bad explanation of it, but it's just a really interesting book, you know.
And how many books in the series?
There are 9 in the series, so I've got the
it's like
first
brilliant.
4 through Christmas and my most recent
Yeah,
birthday.
he's been asking for them for birthdays. And
I've read the first one, and I can't wait to get to the next one, but I've got some other books that I've read in the meantime. So recently I've read... what's his face?
Tim Peake.
Tim Peake. I read his autobiography. That was really, really interesting.
I might
British
that.
astronaut that went up to the space station quite recently for 6 months. And I'm currently rereading Kate Moss, her book Labyrinth, which is a mixture of kind of people reliving lives but not understanding it, and it's about the quest for the Holy Grail, and it's set in France in the sort of 1100s and current day, although when it was written I think it was 2015.
You've read that a few times.
It's about the 4th time I've read it. It's set in the sort of southwest of France, sort of Carcassonne, southeast of France, Carcassonne, Toulouse, all that kind of area, and I love that part of France.
And you've got the Dave Grohl autobiography to read as well.
Yes, I've got that to read as well. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. So lots to read.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're most
hello.
welcome.
Oh, Mia, would you like to tell everybody what you're reading at the moment?
What are you reading? Oh, okay. And how is that? No comment.
No comment. She refuses to comment at this time.
She signed a non-disclosure agreement. She's a pre-publication
Where
read of
was
that
she?
book.
How is she in the house?
She was upstairs, remember?
Oh yeah, she went upstairs about 4 hours ago. Right, I need to talk about my books, but first I need to go and get the washing out of the washing machine. Oh, okay, so I haven't actually hung the washing out yet, but I have brought it upstairs, so, you know, it's progress. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about everybody's books and that it might give you some ideas for your next read. I just wanted to share 3 books that have just been present in my life throughout April. You would have seen throughout the month that I got some fantastic books, either that I bought on days out or that were given to me as gifts, or that I got from the library, although that would have been prior to April. So I've got a lot of books surrounding me, but these 3 books have kind of been in my face throughout the month. So the first one is the book I've been reading every night, most nights when I can keep my eyes open, and I would say I am just over 2/3 of the way through. It is Happy Families by Julie Marr. It's loosely based on her life. It's about a young woman who has gone home to help with the Chinese restaurant business, Chinese takeaway business that they have, and it's a little bit about what's a long-standing family, not feud, but her father and grandfather don't speak basically, and she's beginning to try to get to the bottom of why that is. And it intersperses with a little bit of history about her grandfather when he first came to Wales, where it's set. And it's pretty good. I would say I prefer the bits when it goes back in time. They're written a lot better, and the bits that are written in present time, I'm not sure. The story is good and it's enough that I do get into bed and I look forward to reading it, but I'm not sure where it's going. And I find it hard to stay on top of the characters sometimes. I feel like they weren't particularly well introduced, so they haven't stuck in my mind. But overall, it's a good story and I'm enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it all pans out. So that's been in my hand every night when I get into bed. And then another book that has been a constant throughout April and indeed throughout the year and every year for the last few years is my almanac. So it's the Almanac by Lillia. This is the 2022 version. Every year she has a different illustrator and a different theme. This year the theme is folk traditions, I think. Folk celebrations, yes. So each month will give you a bit of information about a folk celebration or tradition. It gives you information about the daylight, the tides, what's going on in the sky, things to do in the garden. There's usually something about nature. This month there's a bird. This year it's bird of the month, and there's always a recipe. Over the years it's been things like cheese of the month, sauce of the month, and this year, best of all, is biscuit of the month. And I got very excited about that and promised myself I would make the biscuits every month, and I haven't. So I think what that means is I have to do a giant catch up and in May make 5 lots of different biscuits, obviously. So yeah, I would highly recommend this. It is a UK based thing. I don't know if there are things like this for other countries, but regardless, if you live it does have things around seasons. So yes, the information won't fit where you are, but it is a very interesting book nonetheless if you take away the data. The recipes and the information about traditions and celebrations at different times of the year, it can stand alone on its own basically. I hope that makes sense. So the almanac. And then the other one that's I've been looking at every day pretty much since I got it on my birthday on the 19th of April is The Year I Stopped to Notice by Miranda. This has turned out to be quite an addictive little book. So it's just things that she's noticed and she was tweeting about some years ago now, but it is beautifully illustrated. Who illustrated it? Lucy Power is the illustrator. So for example, here's the illustration for the month of April. Isn't that so pretty? And it's really addictive, the things that she's written down. For example, graffiti on a cafe toilet door. I love you. Then underneath, not you, Holly. And then just really simple things like a man carries a chandelier through Notting Hill, its crystal droplets catching gold yellow fire in the glow from the street lights. And then one of the very first ones that I read, which really made me laugh. Here it is. A door opens onto a dark alley and a man in chef's white steps out, does a series of rather elaborate yoga poses and then heads back in. Just brilliant. It's a really lovely book. It's a good one to have just sitting on the coffee table or in the bathroom, or just to have, you know, next to your bed, just to pick up as you go, or in the hallway. And I've really loved it. So those are just 3 books that have kind of been making their mark on my brain throughout the month. Yeah, so I've got a feeling that all of that put together is going to be quite long, and I hope that's a good alternative to just watching me sit at my desk doing not very much. But I shall hand back to me in the future on Friday evening, and I will finish off this vlog then. And obviously, well, I'm probably about to say this, but only one more vlog to go. It is now 10 o'clock, well, about 10:05 on Friday night. I last saw you at about, I think, 8:15 this morning. I hope you enjoyed that little summary of books that we all spoke about. It was fun editing it all together, but quite difficult when the kids do tend to go off on tangents. But then again, I'm their mother and I am queen of the tangent. So I hope you enjoyed that as a little alternative to just another walk around the grounds. Another lot of close-ups of the meadow flowers and things. I'm sure you're getting fed up of that by now. And tomorrow is going to be the last day of April vlogs. I can't believe that we're here already. So I'm working tomorrow, but I'm going to try to film as much as I possibly can to leave you with a good, long, interesting one. Oh, look, my butler is here. He's Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm having a hot milk because I know it's Friday and I normally have a glass of wine. But because I'm working tomorrow, Saturdays are really busy. I don't work Saturdays often, but they're good fun actually, but they are busy. I'll be rushed off my feet, so a hot milk is wise. Get a good night's sleep. And I think we're going to watch Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow for the very last April vlog.
Thanks for watching.